Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany and it is day 20 of 31 Days of Tarot. Holy crap, that is a lot of videos because I'm trying to do mine every day. So for all of you who are still doing it, good job guys for getting there. It's a big commitment, I know. So I'm pretty excited about this today's prompt. I'm a massive geek. I'm a huge geek. As a matter of fact, that's one thing that I kind of really want to do more of in 2017 is maybe do a few Ethnic Geeks Out videos. Especially because things like Wonder Woman, oh my god, Wonder Woman is getting her movie finally. So I may do a bit more of that. I'm a huge gamer. So this for me was a really fun pop culture. I love pop culture. So today's prompt is favorite pop culture tarot representation in TV, movies or TV. Now I've picked a number of them because of course I have. How could I not, being the massive pop culture aficionado that I am. Okay, so the first one is The Witches of East End. I'm going to put some, hopefully I can remember to put the photos in this video. The Witches of East End only lasted for 2 seasons because, let's face it, it was awful. Like, it was so good, but it was so bad. Like, some of the premise was terrible. I love Jenna Dawson. I think she's great. I loved the cast. The female cast were really good. It was very silly. I feel like it tried to be Charmed, but it didn't quite have the... I feel like Charmed, at least at the beginning too, was a little bit more serious. I don't know. What was it missing that Charmed had? Maybe it was just in the 90s. It was missing the 90s. Anyway, I wish it was still on because I love witches on TV. I love me some witches on TV. But the Witches of East End, they actually had their own deck. So, if, for example, there was an owl for... I think The Guide, I think it was called. I can't remember the episode. But the women in, I think it was Wendy, she used the deck. The cool aunt, she had her own deck. And The Guide was this beautiful owl, which is not a tarot card that's in most tarot decks. So they used it quite a bit in some of the episodes. So the tarot was rather prolific in the Witches of East End. And it was a fun show. I do wish it was still on. And so another one which was very popular and has its own deck, and I love Eva Green so much. I think she is just astonishing. She's so glamorous and graceful and beautiful. And she was incredible in Casino Royale. Was Penny Dreadful. And Penny Dreadful has its own tarot deck, which you can still get, I believe. I don't own it, which I know, shock horror, because I would never use it. And from a perspective of collectors, I don't even really want it in my. It's just not my aesthetic. And I love purple. Purple is like my favorite thing in the entire world. As far as color, like I have got purple pens coming out of the wazoo because I love purple. But I just aesthetically didn't like the deck. I loved how she fanned. I loved her using the deck, like I loved that aspect of it. I loved her fanning it out and the way that she used it, and it was all very delicious and naughty. Whereas for me, I just could never connect with it, but I love the fact that she was this seer. And these are all women. All the seers are women. So I kind of feel for tarot dudes in respect that, we do get a bad name because it's like original sin and like women are witches and burn them. But then we also kind of go, yeah, we can give birth and see the future. So, yeah, what are you going to... So Penny Dreadful was, again, it's cancelled. I think it got 2 seasons as well, or 2 or 3 seasons. I watched the first season. I stopped watching after that. Why did I stop watching it? I don't know. I just stopped watching it, which is a bit weird because it's so totally my thing. But I really, really enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot. Another one that has a good mention is Karneval. Now this is I haven't seen Karneval since I don't remember, since it was out, which was a HBO show. was one of the first shows, this is how much of a geek I am, I know all this shit, was one of the first shows to have a massive budget for HBO. And they even had the tarot falling, and you can see this gif running around Tumblr still to this day of the tarot cards falling down. Karneval was about a circus carnival that would travel, and the people hiding in it all had secret powers. And I feel like it's very much the inspiration for the Night Circus book, which I could not get through. Really good premise. Would rather see the movie. Did not like the way the book was set out at all. I think if it had a better way of structure, I would have loved it. I hammered through 3/4 of the book and then I just gave up because I really wanted to like it. So Karneval was this really awesome, fucking dark show. And it was great. And it had the tarot in it too. So I'm going to throw that one in there. That just came to me. All right. The next one is The Mighty Johnsons. Now, this is on Netflix. If you have not watched this show, go watch it. I did mention it on Facebook a while ago because my sister was like, are you watching The Mighty Johnsons? I'm like, I don't watch TV because I work all the time. But I have started watching it. Now, The Mighty Johnsons premise is that the Norse gods live in New Zealand. But why would New Zealand is a beautiful, beautiful country. Like, it's gorgeous. And this family has these gods, all the gods in the family. And the women gods do not like them. And they're at war. And it's very fucking funny. Like, some of the shit, like the main young guy has got like no clue. And the women, one of the goddesses, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, has a deck of cards. It's a runic deck. It's not one that is a traditional tarot, so it's very made for the show, but it's cool to see. The next one is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh my god, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I don't know about Angel and Spike. I think she should just ditch both of them, to be honest. Use them, abuse them, and lose them. That's what I say. They were both terrible. Although, I don't know. I think I liked Spike better. Angel was just, broody and, Anyway, I can't wait to read the comments on this. So Drusilla, the first time we saw Tarot in Buffy was Drusilla, who was tortured for being a seer, I believe. Now, I have watched Buffy all the way through about 20 times. I own the comics that came afterwards. I'm a huge Buffy fan, but I cannot remember if that was correct, but I'm pretty sure it was. She was tortured in like the 1700s or something for being a seer. So she's always been able to see this. So she's a little unhinged, is lovely Drusilla. Played exquisitely by the actress. And she uses, when Spike and Drusilla come to Sunnydale, she uses the tarot quite a bit. That's the first time we see the tarot. Now, we see it a few times. And the next time we see the tarot that I can remember is with Terra. Terra, who, spoiler alert, by the way, I'm spoiling everything. Spoiler alert, Terra, who ends up being one of Willow's loves. She reads her cards at the university college. They have like a little fair thing. So we see the tarot quite a lot, and we see a lot of magical tools and mystical tools in a lot of Joss Whedon's work. Like, so if you've watched anything of Joss Whedon's, you know that he's a killer for lacing it with all these delicious goodies for all of us geeks to get very excited about. It's a lot of stuff is like in Angel, and you have crossovers, and Willow, who's a lot of our favorite TV witches, she goes on there, and so we see a lot of it in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I fucking love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Another show that I could binge watch, and it's stupid, but I love Alyssa Milano so much. I think I would actually crap myself if I actually met her. I just love her, is Charmed. And I actually kept watching and liked it more once Shannon Doherty left. it took a bit of an adjustment, but I actually quite enjoyed it more. I liked the darkness of the first few seasons, but then I thought the sisters were a bit better with Paige. But anyway, again, probably an unpopular opinion. Charmed, you actually saw it quite a few times as well. A number of witches. The first episode, you see a witch using at her altar. I think she's got cards. You see it with a few other women seers. I think there's the dark priestess. She's got like a crystal ball and she uses a whole bunch of stuff. So you see it through the Charmed a lot. I think even when they go back in time, and yeah, so it's laced in Charmed anyway. The next one is the James Bond movie, Live and Let Die. Live and Let Die. Ha! Paul McCartney, gotta love your soul. So there was Jane Seymour, the amazing Jane Seymour, playing the amazing Solitaire, and I actually dressed up as Solitaire for Halloween for a party. We did a James Bond themed party at a corporate gig I did, and I dressed up as Solitaire. And she had the Witch's Tarot. Now you can still get this, and there are very limited edition running around actual Live and Let Die decks. I had this deck. It was a deck that I got many years ago. I was maybe 18. Visually, I don't like it, so I don't have it anymore. But yeah, so she plays a big part of the big bad guys, cronies. And then the last one that I can think off the top of my head is the Shadow Hunters for the City of Glass, City of Ashes. It's on. They did the movie, which was bad. They have got the television show on Netflix, which is bad. The books are pretty much the only thing worth watching, worth consuming. I really am probably going to go back when I am sick or like when I have a holiday that I can, when I'm on the plane. That's what I'm going to do. It's a downloadable. When I go to Australia this year, I'm going to download the version on my Netflix account, because you can now download the original stuff to watch while you're offline, and I'm going to watch it on the way to Australia, because I hope it gets better. And the reason why I don't like it is because I don't like the main actress. I feel like she overacts, and it's like when I watched 50 Shades of Grey. Ugh, it was cringeworthy. But the Shadow Hunters, the tarot is really front and center, because that's where the cup is hidden. The mama, she paints the cup, again, spoiler alert, she paints the cup into the card. And the cards from the movie were beautiful. Like, I wish you could go on the website and get a free reading, but I wish that they had done a print version, because they were really beautiful. So those are some of the ones that I've got for my favorite picks. I'm sure a few of us have picked the same ones, and I can't wait to see what you guys have all chosen. I'm sure I'm going to be madly looking. Like, I know that the tarot's been in Touched by an Angel. I know it's been in a lot of stuff, you know, because the tarot is very very linked to Western culture, coming from these esoteric families of beliefs. So it's interesting to see when it pops up in our culture. So that is my prompt for today, and I will see you Lobots tomorrow.